You're soaked. Do try not to catch cold.
Somewhat overdone, but no matter.
Use these flames to smite our enemies.
Is most queer. Aspects of this place differ from what I remember of our previous visit.
What could be the cause? This demands further investigation.
As you wish. I shall return directly.
I'll collect that. You needn't trouble yourself.
I'm saved. Thank you. Our results are awaited. What say we make our report?
A common reward. Frustratingly so.
We'll find a use for it, I'm sure.
shadow. The gleam of an eye, the echo of a footfall. If we hone our senses, no foe shall escape us.
Remain alert, and naught shall catch us by surprise. This is my first time clapping eyes on such an item. I expect my own master has yet to even discover it. It's rather high. It might be beyond our reach.
One of my abilities could bridge this gap. Might I be of assistance?
Out of the cave at last.
Such dark depths take their toll on the spirit.
I quite agree.
We're not to talk during missions, sir.
So, 'twould seem your rescue mission was a success. No matter. You'll accept your punishment all the same.
How can you say that, Jonas? Now you're just being cruel.
Cruel, am I? And what do you call disobeying my orders and endangering the entire village for the sake of one foolhardy beastron? You're banished, all of you. You'll find no welcome in Harv any longer.
All that effort for a reward so unjust. The village chief is a callous man. To cast Sir Fioran and the others out.
'Tis loathsome being the bearer of such ill tidings.
'Tis not your place to question my decision. Now be gone with you. My patience wears thin.
Pray, follow me.
Place I'm like to find good things. Got to hope for a bigger haul today.
There's no need to make camp here. We've energy enough to press on for a while yet.
Let us return once we've grown tired from our labors.
There, Master! Sorry!
Well done.
Arisen! Are you all right?
Let my magic heretics grant you an elemental boon.
Aught fell from the beast as it breathed its last. A different path would serve us better now. I'll lead the way.
Prepare yourself.
That was well fought. There's no one standing who might say otherwise.
No doubt, this triumph will spur us into the next.
Bow is drawn to women as a moth to a flame.
Such single-mindedness makes our enemy predictable, but not necessarily easier to counter.
I grant you roaring flame. It seems we have invaded our zone.
Might we not use their range to our advantage? Focus your strength, Arisen! I shall finish this! Fully risen! Follow me, if you would. Battle is ours! What's up there? I can't make much out from here, but I have a feeling 'twill be worth the climb.
Would you care to behold a forgotten rift stone, as yet undiscovered in this world? Then follow me. 'Tisn't far. Follow me, then. Unless you doubt my sense of direction. Shall we make them through their own impatience?
Fight. To arms.
By your leave.
Let me get that.
Here at last.
Pray, follow me. Well done, Master!
Use these flames to smite our enemies.
I cannot fault your prowess.
Perhaps you'd like to take care of the remainder.
I concur.
Arisen! Are you all right? This is generally used as a material.
I'm sure we'll find a purpose for it.
Make camp here, if you were so inclined.
I'm aiming for that.
If no one will do it in my stead, then I suppose I have little choice but to obey.
A well-organized pack is my specialty. I'll see to it your burdens are shared between us pawns.
Follow me, if you would.
Unless I am much mistaken, We have calls to visit a place not far from here.
'Tis worth considering, if we've the time.
Just yonder looks to be a good spot for harvesting ingredients.
Shall we see if there's aught to be found while we're here?
Still waiting on that report. Is aught amiss?
Do you know how long you...
What I can do for you?
Beg pardon, sir, but I'm on duty at present.
An appropriate choice arisen. I'll gladly take the lead. Sir Baron seeks a motivated soldier to inspire the other recruits. Do we not know of such a person? Ah, yes, I know just where to find this person. Follow me.
You have our gratitude. Lead the way.
This ladder can take us to new heights.
Say, you've got a decent arm on you. And no need to be humble. Just the other day, I watched you fell a massive monster with my own 2 eyes. I've ne'er seen the like. Pray, sir, teach me to fight like you do. I'm after an instructor, see, but the ones in this city are cravens all. The sort that decided to teach to avoid the battlefield. If I'm to grow stronger, I need to learn from someone who's seen actual battle. A real warrior, such as yourself. Won't you give me a chance? And this Baron fellow, he's a real warrior? I suppose you wouldn't recommend him if he wasn't. And after all, I've seen your prowess. I'm inclined to trust your judgment. Many thanks, sir. Methinks I'll seek out this Baron and see what he can teach me.
Apologies, Master, but I can't guide you there from our current location.
Lots to do.
Weapons are simple enough to procure if we've the coin, but we might be lucky enough to find some in treasure chests.
Right you are.
Naught but fry of late.
Something big will come up today. I just know it.
My body aches.
Oh, could use a rest.
Just begun.
That someone would spare me this
Suppose I
agony.
ought to earn my pay.
Mayhap I really would have been better off a baker.
Stands on end.
see you again.
Around here. It's a thankless job, this.
We must rest, though the sun is still up.
I feel refreshed and ready for a new day.
Off we go then.
A new day, a new perspective.
Haven't got any leaves.
My fill of this ruckus. Come rain or shine, I'll make the
Above all, we will have need of allies to our cause. Though I dare say, they shall not easily be found.
always another errand to see to.
Visit the tavern anon if you've aught to discuss. This is not our yet!
Oh, what does this say?
Shall we take a closer look?
Good, I'd never leave.
Gather round! Treat your ears to a tale by a master storyteller. And should my tale entertain you? Nay, even if it shouldn't, I would greatly appreciate a coin or two to soothe my throat with a mug of ale. Now, listen close, as today I shall speak of riddles and monsters with frightful mystique. In the north of Vermund is our curious tale staged, where ventured a hero off the page. He delved into a temple of baleful feature, only to be confronted by a four-legged creature. But when our hero drew his blade, unto him a demand was made. And who the asker? Why, the beast! An uncanny affair, to say the least. Yet there was no time for shock and dismay, as "Answer my riddle," did the fearsome thing say. The trickery was clear. To respond meant certain doom, for in the midst of his answer, he'd doubtless be consumed. So a mighty attack did our hero dispense, to conquer his foe and banish it thence. With a single strike was the towering beast repelled, to quail in fear at the mortal strength it beheld. Such is the legacy of Lord Rosamond, who, needless to say, was the father of House Berkeley, which lives on to this day. Gather round, treat your ears to it.
Aye, got some coin to spare your humble storyteller? What would you of me? I'll have no trouble, thank you. Ox carts make for relatively safer travel.
Walking everywhere is certainly...
In every age, when the Arisen fells the dragon and saves the land, they ascend to the throne as sovereign. Hence, pawns are treated with respect, as a matter of course here in Vermont, for their peerless loyalty to the Arisen. Not to mention, they are skilled combatants, willing to brave any foe or peril upon command. 'Tis clear their concept of life and death differs crucially from our own. No...
Oi there, friend! Care to help a fellow out? All I ask is that you hear my request. What have you got to lose? My thanks, sir. As to the matter at hand, it concerns my ox cart business. I've been holding off service on account of all the monsters on the road, but now I feel prepared to start making trips to Melv again. Only trouble is, there are still monsters about, and I can't help but worry for the safety of the carts. That's where you come in. See, I've got a letter here from Lady Margit, the Watchhead's wife, to be delivered to one Sir Leonard in Melv. I'd like you to accompany the cart in my stead and see to it that the letter reaches its recipient. What say you, friend? Splendid! I knew I was right to put my faith in you. Now, the carts only depart at certain hours of the day, but I find that time flies when I take a seat at the station to wait. And mind you don't forget to pay your way before you board. That's standard practice, and I would advise against trying any funny business. Each cart travels with an escort of trained soldiers, see? In case it encounters any monsters out on the road. So anyone thinking of riding for free will have to take the issue up with them. But enough of my lecturing. Just make sure that letter gets to Sir Leonard, then come find me when the job's done. Oh, and I'll pay your fare this time, seeing as you're doing me a favour and all. Come find me when you've delivered that letter. I'll be waiting to hear from you.
We need only deliver it to the intended recipient. Forgive me, but I cannot guide you from here.
This ox cart's bound for Melv. I'll not take you anywhere till I've had my due.
I'll gladly stay a while. Surely I'm overdue a day on this.
An unsavory development.
Fine.
I grant you roaring flame.
That was superb, Arisen!
Should your pack grow over full, have no fear. I'll lighten your load by...
Dare I say it, you trounced our foe well and true.
Enemy in and of itself.
Not bad!
One of us has been drenched.
Huzzah!
Still waiting on that report.
Just yonder looks to be a good spot for harvesting ingredients.
I must show
I'll take the knife before we desperate to get it.
Aye, what can I do for you? Ah, a letter from Lady Margit, you say? 'Tis a fair way you've come, then. She's a kindly sort, I must say.
We met when I worked with her husband, Sir Gregor, on one occasion. Now she's taken to inquiring after my health at the turn of every season.
We'd best report back.
Work as late as I used
I've got to focus. My shift's only just begun.
What am I to do? He really ought to have returned by now. Mayhap 'tis time I went looking for.
There's a ladder here.
We ought to put it to good use.
Twould benefit us all if the roads were safer.
Well met. Looking to make a... purchase? Much obliged, sir.
No purchases to be made today, I see. I just hope the shopkeep understands.
Gold is a resource best spent judiciously.
Good day, sir.
Can't say I've any tidings to share.
Oh, I can't complain, really.
Good day, sir.
I'm always willing to lend a helping hand.
Aye. Is there aught you require, sir?
I'm about ready for a break.
We've naught to discuss.
What am I to do?
Aye? Did you want something?
What am I to do? He really ought to have returned by now. Mayhap 'tis time I went looking for him. Is that you, Norbert? Oh, fie. I got my hopes up for naught. Wait, listen. Would you be willing to search for my brother? The brave fool said he was going to look for herbs and went off into the forest. I've seen no sign of him since. I'd go and search for him myself, only... it is a dangerous place. I'm not afraid of monsters, but 'twould hardly help anything if I were to run in there unprepared and get myself hurt now, would it? So I thought, mayhap you'd go in my place. You look like you could manage those woods better than I. Please, sir. I worry for my brother. Many thanks. Right. As for where I think he's gone, go into the forest and turn when you reach the tree with the bird's nest, keeping the cliff to your right. Ah, this won't work, will it? I can see the route in my mind's eye, but my feet know it better than I do. I don't think I could plot it on a map, and 'tis hard to describe, but my brother and I are the only ones who use that path to my knowledge. I suppose there's only one thing for it. I'll have to show you the way. Just be alert. The monsters of the forest have changed since the dragon's attack. I'll need you to watch over me, keep me safe. You will, won't you? Right. In we go then.
Let us make haste, that no life may be lost on our account.
Come to think of it, different masters favor different pawns. One whom I served preferred to have beastrons for allies.
Each to their own.
Seems naught ever goes right. This is a good spot. Let's stop here a moment. I've camped here with my brother many a time. No doubt he caught his breath here before moving on, same as us.
I can't imagine we're in need of a campsite just now.
Let us return once we've grown tired from our labors.
Tis a glad thing we rested when we did.
We must not lay down our guard.
That's the oil! You must stay clear of fire!
It was excellent! I could have done no better!
Let my magics grant you an elemental boon! Oft do we call on you to carry the burdens we cannot. I must thank you. Your toil keeps me light on my feet.
Can anyone hear me?
Norbert, are you hurt?
No sense letting the enemy gain the upper hand. The early griffin gets the worm, as they say.
Do not despair! I'm coming to your aid!
Go where your help is needed.
Push your luck too far. I'd thought I was done for.
Aye, it was a near thing. How are you feeling?
I think I'll be all right. But if you hadn't come for me, Thanks, Ian.
Save your thanks, Norbert. I'm your brother. And I ought to have come sooner.
From where I'm standing, all that matters is that you made it in time. Anyway, I'm eager to be rid of this place. Let's return to the village, shall we? The sooner the better. I've got to deliver these medicinal herbs to the people who need them.
Aye, you'll hear no complaints from me. Let's be off then.
It is our duty to protect our charge from harm. Astonishing. I look forward to sharing this possibility with my own master.
Now that is a surprise.
So Norbert has been found, and none the worse for wear. Let us return him to Melv at once. Follow me, Master. I shall guide you to the location.
You have our gratitude. Lead the way.
Pray, follow me.
Back at last. That was an ordeal.
Aye, I'm exhausted, but I can rest after I've delivered these herbs.
Good on you. Just take care, all right? You wonder why I don't follow him? So long as he stays away from that forest, he'll be fine on his own. When my brother told me he was going to fetch those herbs, I refused to join him. Said it was too dangerous. What with the monsters acting strangely of late. And I was right. But mayhap none of this would have happened had I only gone with him. My brother is always the one taking the initiative, while I stand around with my hands in my pockets. But today's misadventure showed me that the path forward is the one with fewer regrets. Even when you can't be sure where it leads. We managed to save Norbert, and perhaps that's all that matters. Still, I can't help but wonder if I couldn't have spared him some of the pain and fear he suffered. If I'd only steeled myself sooner. So from now on, I'm going to trust in my own instincts. Ne'er again will I let fear stop me from doing what I know to be right.
With Sir Norbert safely returned, Melv shan't lack for medicinal herbs. Two good deeds in one, you might say.
I suspect the lad's enthusiasm will go a long way toward inspiring his peers. Let us inform Sir Baron of his coming. Fret not, Master. I know precisely where this person can be found.
You have our gratitude. Lead the way.
Weapons are simple enough to procure if we've the coin, but we might be lucky enough to find some in treasure chests.
True enough.
Goblins, Master! You're soaked. Do try not to catch cold.
I grant your weapon a magical boon.
You'll not live to regret this.
Most impressive, Master.
Ill afford to grow overconfident. Our foe is not yet routed.
Not bad, all things considered.
Goodness, we're higher up than I thought.
Take care not to fall.
We ought to proceed with caution.
We've arrived, but not so our quarry. Can it be we've mistaken the hour of our meeting?
The current hour ill suits our progress. Let us visit an inn or make camp, and set out again later. You're welcome to take whatever you like from my pack, Master. I'd gladly see you put what I find to good use.
It's views such as this that make a journey worthwhile.
It would be a good place to take stock. Of our surroundings.
Indeed, you are correct. A fine place to harvest some ingredients.
No harm in picking a few.
I'd hasten home, were this not my duty.
What's going on? Fancy a gander? I find goods for sale.
Ain't nothing but trouble lurking here.
Got to focus. My head will blow if aught goes awry.
Here in Vermont, pawns are revered as servants of the Arisen. But not so here in Batal. There, they believe that some divine flame will protect them and dispel the dragon. In that regard, our countries couldn't be more different.
Having more of these to hand ought serve us well in battle.
Let us take care when and how we put them to use.
I drew the short straw with this watch.
The best quality.
Business is little places like that.
As far as I used to.
Like it or not, I must go where duty calls me. If you are in need of aid,
Weapons are simple enough to procure if we've the coin. But we might be lucky enough to find some in treasure chests.
True enough.
I've a pressing duty to which I must attend.
I've beds to spare if you're looking for lodgings. And if you'd like to change your vocation, come see me anytime. time. Always a pleasure.
Well met.
First, assess the field.